It is 9/11, and on this tragic day of remembrance from 24 years ago when 3,000 people lost their lives, it is a reminder in this breaking story that Donald Trump will never let a moment go by in which he can't make it either worse about himself or tarnish something with what I like to call the Trump tramp stamp. Remember when he said this right after 9/11? On 9/11/2001. In quotes, Donald Trump said the following: 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then, when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest. And now it's the tallest. Well, in this breaking story, you have the subject of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which has gone to massive luminaries in our history. Massive. And yet, Trump's the guy who gave it to Rush Limbaugh and Jim Jordan, who's still under suspicion of being involved with child abuse. And on top of that, he is going to now give it to Mr. Rudy Giuliani. You know, this guy.
I've been sleeping on my pillows for some time. I love them. They're simply the very best pillows ever made. But I just found out that they also have a wide assortment of other incredible products like their mattress topper, sheets, towels, and slippers, and more.
And let's not ever forget that amazing press conference when Rudy Giuliani decided to dye his sideburns so much that he just dripped throughout the entire thing. And these two are dead stone cold right about Rudy Giuliani.
If Giuliani, had just disappeared from public view by 2003, he would be remembered as one of these great bipartisan statesmen with a very successful record as a politician. He squandered it all away, and I think to a certain extent it does cost Trump something in the sense that it diminishes whatever value this award has.
I don't think we can look back and point to a time when this was given to somebody who was part of destroying our democracy. More than that, though, he was disbarred and he attacked two election workers whose lives were destroyed by what this man did. Somebody like that should not get the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
But in this breaking story, it doesn't stop there. Do not get me wrong. No one should be killed over politics. Let's do bear in mind, when you talk about the person, at least some of the way Charlie Kirk presented himself. This.
We note in our piece that Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. View that the country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act. Also true. Once a week we talk about why the Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
So you're comparing abortion to the Holocaust?
Absolutely I am. In fact, it's worse. Charlie? I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank.
I believe when everything is done, Mr. Kirk, people will see you and the people you supported as corrupt, as selling the country out to the lowest bidder, and of doing irreparable damage to a country I'm sure we all deep down love.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
And in this breaking story, Donald Trump on 9/11, giving a commemoration speech about the victims of 9/11, has to go and do this.
Before we begin, let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant of his generation, a champion of liberty, and an inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful wife, Eric, and his beautiful children. Fantastic people they are. We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd. Very, very big.
The man had already made a statement in the Oval Office yesterday, condemning the assassination and talking about how wonderful to him and millions Charlie Kirk was. He already did that. But on this day, this is for the 9/11 victims, and Donald Trump cannot keep from pushing his agenda and pushing his personal need for power and attention amongst those who just are sycophants and have nothing but blinders on and can see nothing other than what Trump, oh God, says. It is absolutely disgusting that Donald Trump will continue to co-opt any situation and turn it into something that makes him pat himself on the back and make himself think that he's wonderful. And yet, giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Rudy Giuliani and now saying he's going to give it to Charlie Kirk, when you consider some of the people that have received that, like Tiger Woods, Alvin Ailey, many presidents, and yeah, Rush Limbaugh, Jim Jordan, Rudy Giuliani, and now Charlie Kirk. Doesn't mean much anymore until we get far past Trump. You guys stay frosty.